It's important for especially women's stories of suffering and trauma to be heard, and their stories of healing, because these are narratives that have often been hidden. They have been unseen, unheard. These are warriors. They are also healers, and they are the people who are going to lead our planet into a brighter future, and into a future where everyone is valued and everyone is seen.
We engage, empower, and transition women survivors of trafficking, prostitution, and addiction toward a Christ-centered community of grace. For several years, we have had an advocacy and awareness program that we do when people ask us, and it's called Songs of Deliverance. And so we will have 2 or 3 of us will share our stories with a group. And it's really opened the door for some really healing, deep conversations. One of our board members said, we need to make this into a book. There needs to be a book of some of you sharing your stories.
This book project, Songs of Deliverance, came about really through these wonderful women that I've met here in Chattanooga. And through one of those chance meetings, I met the director of Love's Arm, which is an organization that is serving women who have been trafficked, sexually abused here in the Chattanooga area.
I met Andriana and started brainstorming a little bit about how she could get plugged in, working with our residents, working with Rahab's Rest and the residents there. And so that's how she got involved with Love's Arm.
NIMBY was like, I'd love to have your program at Love's Arm. So I started to teach the women there, was very inspired by the women that I met. And slowly this book project really came to light, that these are stories that need to be told, and these are women's voices that need to be heard. So the 3 partners who are involved in this book project are myself as the writer, Love's Arm, and Southern Lit Alliance. Southern Lit does a lot of amazing programs encouraging passionate readers and writers around the city. So the process of interviewing the women for this book was very powerful. We had one-on-ones, sat with them for a couple of hours. Sometimes I'd go to their homes, sometimes they would come to me. And the connection, the soul connection was very strong, and they really opened up to me. And what was amazing is to see not only the intense hardship and pain and sorrow they had gone through in their lives, but also how powerful and strong they had become, how they had come out of this cycle of addiction, of childhood abuse, of some of them prostitution, and been being trafficked at a young age. And they were, before me, leaders in their community and leaders in their family.
My oldest daughter stayed on me about, Mama, you need to tell your story. Your story needs to be told, because we didn't go through this for nothing. Don't let our journey be in vain and be for nothing. Mm-hmm. To be out here in these streets for so long and feel like you have nobody, or that people would judge you. Society talk about change, but the question is, do they really ever allow you to change?
A lot of my stuff's told in my story in this book. The high points and the low points and all that. I know that these things didn't happen to me for no reason at all.
Women taking time out of their lives and their busy schedules to love on you until you can love yourself, because it's hard loving yourself again. Mm-hmm. That's one of the biggest, loving yourself again.
For her to show up like she did, it meant so much to me. It changed my life and started me on the journey I am now.
So I think one of the reasons we really wanted to capture the stories in book form, because there's so much shame and there's so much fear when it comes to sharing what is deepest inside of us, whether that's childhood abuse or things that we've gone through later in life. And when one person steps out and shares what they've been through, it encourages other people to do the same thing. And we're really hoping that this book, the more people who read it, the more people who absorb these women's stories, the more people say, oh my gosh, that happened to me too, or something similar happened to me, and I don't want to be silent anymore. And so we're really hoping that this book is going to be used to raise awareness, but also to free people. That's really the goal.
So we're hoping that it'll open the door for us to continue telling stories of hope to others and bringing them into a place of empowerment and and hopefully equipping them to love people better. My hope for Songs of Deliverance is that many people will see that life is worth living for us all. Everybody should buy a copy of this book so that they can really see and believe that love is real, and that none of us, regardless of where we've been, what we've done, what we've experienced in life, are beyond the powerful work of grace, hope, and healing love that changes the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act in such a way that we become life-giving members of our community.